And I'm here to make certain that it does not slacken, that it will be after him in the morning, it will be after him at noon, it will be after him in the evening, and when he goes to sleep. It will not stop. We all stand here, sit here on hallowed ground. Not far from here, years ago, there was a similar protest against injustice led by Martin Luther King over at the reflecting pool. And just as courage triumphed there, it will triumph here. Here is a mass, a collection of bravery that will never be defeated. Now I want to explain some things that Mr. Fonseca needs to know. He is not above the law and accountability as long as justice lives. You all are living testimony to the horrors in Sri Lanka. That's why you're out here to protest. You are the witnesses that the President of the United States needs to consult to know what his duty is to faithfully enforce the laws of the United States wherever it reaches. Now, what we have done so far is to collect a chronicle of crimes, killings, disappearances, starvation that satisfies any standard of genocide ever conceived since the Holocaust. We do not believe that it's on the battlefield when Fonseca, when Rajapaksa bomb hospitals. They bomb temples, churches, displaced persons, school children. No, that's not war, that's genocide. Thank you. Of course, we take our inspiration as well here from the own founding documents of the United States, 1776. And the creed went forth around the world and it survives today. When a government by every step evinces a design to reduce a people to vassalage or submission, they have a duty to revolt and establish a new form that will secure their freedom. And that is a universal right that we are exercising right here today.
He's the man helping us. Come on, show your support.
We need to take resolve from the fact that we're here not only to defend the living, but the memory of those who are dead, and also the inheritance of those yet to be born. That's why we will never give up in our quest for justice. Now, for too long, the Rajapaksas, the Sinhalese Buddhist government, has acted with arrogance. There has not been the resolve that they've encountered to say, enough is enough, and we are not flinching anymore, and we are summoning you to justice, and we are dispatching you to a dungeon to live in hell for eternity. Now, we know what kind of character this government is. You can just see their own incriminating statements. Just less than a week ago, we had Gotabaya there on the BBC saying that if you run out against the Tamil Tigers, you were a terrorist and they would try to kill you. That's his boast, and we'll tell him, not where I'm here. No. Now, we need to be smart and resilient about how we organize and use this mass of courage and bravery out there, to which you're all commended, in order to move these gentlemen to prison as fast as possible. We need to have you calling your member of Congress, calling your senator every single day, say, Where is the Department of Justice? Where is the U.S. law in prosecuting the Genocide Accountability Act against a U.S. citizen, Garabaya, a permanent resident, Fonseca? We need to hear that voice every day, and you say it will not stop until you see them called to account before U.S. courts. We need also to organize demonstrations like this that convey to the President, to the Secretary of State, really to all humanity. There is genocide, there is injustice, and we will be heard. We will not be silenced. We will not be daunted by claims that we're terrorists, all the lies that the other side will say. We will stand up and we will take risks. And that's one of the lessons that we've learned over the years. Silence, timidity emboldens the evil. We have to take risks, and if they want to try to intimidate us, we say, take us on. We will not flinch. We will not blink. We are men. That is the strong arm of justice. And we need to be resolved to go forward from this day onward. We can't stop here. That we will encourage others and ourselves to devote the last energy we've got to preventing the genocide, to honoring those who have died in the struggle and those who will be surviving us, and ensuring that justice is done by coming forth with evidence. We've got to have evidence from everyone that's here in this crowd today. We also need to recruit some who can also file suit against these wretches under the Torture Victims Protection Act. And lastly, we need to remain unified. We have a famous statesman in the United States. He said, if we don't hang together, we'll all hang separately. Now that means we can't let pettiness, we can't let our egos interfere with a unified, focused attention. Genocide prosecution, genocide prosecution, genocide prosecution, until it happens and they are punished and they're in prison. Lastly, I do think we have to honor not only everyone here, but those who have not been able to make it, and also those who are suffering in Sri Lanka itself. Remember, we are breathing the freedom and liberty we enjoy in a country that has the rule of law. Those brave souls back there, they're living in a state of terror. And we need to remember that we should take resolve that they are suffering more than we are. We cannot say enough to honor their courage, their injuries, their harm, and we will do justice to ourselves when we take the effort to make sure that these perpetrators are hauled to justice in the United States courts. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. We appreciate all your help and all your commitment.
Friends and my brothers and sisters of Tamilulam who have come all the way from your homes to attend this rally, thank you very much for being here today. As we are here today, assembled to bring the attention of the government of United States and the world to the atrocities that are being committed to our people in Sri Lanka. Every minute and every hour, hundreds of innocent civilians are being killed in Tamilulam. These killings are taking place by the bombs and the shells that have been supplied by the governments of other countries. Now why